Hi everyone, it's Paris here from Mantalizer again. I can't believe it's almost 4:45. I've just picked up the little yellow male budgie, and friends, you wouldn't believe it, I'm halfway back home. He's been flying around the car because I have him in a little carrier. Right, I've got him in a little carrier here. I don't know if you can see him. And while I was giving him some water, he got out and I just panicked, closed the sunroof and everything. And he's been sitting on my dash and sitting on the back. You never have a bird free in the car, but it happened that he got out when I was giving him some water. So lucky I pulled over and I grabbed him off the dash with a nice towel, very gently, well, sort of gently, and I put him in his house. Just always safe, keep him safe. Now, I did promise I'm going to talk about birds now. I'm going to talk about birds. This live video is going to talk about birds. I've been planning for a couple of years to set up The Magic Life of Birds is a webisode series all about birds and bird care. It's taken me a couple of years because, you know, life gets in the way. I have a Facebook page. I've set up my YouTube channel. I've got a section called Magic Life of Birds where people who are interested in birds or want to adopt or rescue birds or buy birds, which I'm not crazy about, can ask me anything they want about bird care. So what I'll be doing, because every day I get people calling me, emailing me, messaging me about how to look after their birds. And because it's impossible for me in 24 hours to look after people, to care for people, care for birds, and also answer these responses, what I'm going to do is I'm going to collate all these questions, and during my videos I'll be answering the questions, because we all have these questions. What do we feed birds? Well, if you're not going to eat it, you don't give it to your bird either. The things that birds cannot have is, of course, alcohol, no cigarette smoke around them, no avocados, no chocolate, no coffee, right? So, cigarette smoke, very important, and no drugs. Yes, there are druggies out there that unfortunately do this, just like people on drugs give to their kids. Now, environment. We do not keep birds in little cages. We do not keep birds in little cages. Birds need to have large cages, large, over 1.5 meters. This is for little canaries. And for larger birds, they need aviaries, and preferably outdoors. Outdoors so they can get fresh air, so they can get sunshine. So friends, if you can imagine birds in nature, you know how they fly free in trees and all that? Companion birds are no different. They need similar environments. You need to be able to afford birds and to build them big aviaries and clean them every single day. They need company. Companion birds are used to having people around, but more importantly, birds need bird company. So you can't just have one bird on its own, on his or her own, not its. Birds are not its, they are his or hers, they have genders, right? You can't have them on their own. They need to be cared for properly. They need to have company. They need to have another bird who will groom them. They groom each other. This is what birds do in nature. And also, friends, in case you haven't noticed, birds also shit, because I'm in a lot of bird groups who like to sort of get rid of me off the groups, because you should see the questions people ask. Oh, I've just got birds and they've been shitting in the house. How do I toilet train them? How do I stop them? And I'm thinking, your brain has not developed yet. Birds need to shit, birds need to eat, birds need to fly. Why the hell are you keeping them in a little cage? Even a little canary in a budgie, why would you keep them in a little cage? These little cages that we criticise other cultures for in markets that keep the little birds in cages and that. In Australia, why in Australia do pet shops are allowed to sell? Why are they allowed to sell these small little shit cages? I wouldn't keep a cockroach in there. Cockroaches need to travel more than the size of a little cage, right? That's all right, budgie, that's all right. I'm at red lights now here. So I'm just going to lift the little carrier here so you can see the little carrier there. You can see the little friend there, okay? Well, I shouldn't have done that, but because he's calling for help, he's very alert, this one, and that's a good thing. It's very alert. Now, the other thing is, friends, you know, when I pick up birds from wherever, it's interesting. I found this interesting behavioural pattern. The first week, they can be very friendly, right? But that's not the case. that their spirit has often been broken from previous homes or from the way they've been handled up until I rescue them, right? And when your spirit's been broken, you are complacent to whoever is handling you. Then, because when they come to our place, our sanctuary, when they see that I let them loose, let them free, they can do whatever they want. I don't control them. I don't train them. I don't do anything. They very quickly pick up their own personal, independent character. They pick up their individual personality. And then they start to show who they really are. They start to show if they are angry, if they are distressed, depressed. Yes, birds are depressed. I've had birds that are depressed for years. Depressed for years. Because if they had owners they were close to and they lost their owners or something happened, the birds can be depressed. It's just like people. Birds have the identical physiology and psychology as people. No different. If you are interested in caring for a bird, please take at least 6 months daily to educate yourselves about birds. Read about them, study about them, go on different bird forums. Don't listen to breeders. Breeders will not tell you the truth. Breeders are just going to tell you what they want you to know so that they can sell you birds. Go to people who are not breeders. Go to people like me who rescue birds and know how to care for them properly and know how to care for them ethically. And will tell you what they need to eat. A lot of our foods are, hello darling, you having your food there? I gave him some spelt bread too to have here, some spelt bread. He's a male, he's got a blue beak. You okay, darling? You okay? Just have some water. I'm giving you some water too here. Now, they homeopathic remedies. I buy all my homeopathic remedies from Green Pet. I think they're in Queensland or New South Wales. And Green Pet has incredible homeopathic remedies for all animals, not just birds, all animals. And I have given Anatone, which is a liquid. It's a brown colour liquid. I've shown you the water I've given to the birds. It's got like a browny colour. It has resurrected birds who should have been dying. It has resurrected them. And birds who did not make it, it's because they were very ill. They were very, very ill. And again, you need to know something, friends. A bird, until the last second that he or she passes, they will still eat. So a lot of people say, oh, my bird's still eating, he's okay. No. They will be eating until their last breath. A lot of them do that. And that's where they fool us, because we think they're eating, that they're fine. You know, when we are sick as people, if we eat, we think we're okay. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that either. Same with birds. So homeopathic remedies, and the lady there I deal with, Julie, she's unbelievable with help for all birds. And I've got and I get my colloidal silver I put in the water with desperate times. People who've got birds with beak and feather, there's great also homeopathic remedies for that also, drops, liquid and stuff that you can put in the water also for that. There's all sorts, and like I said, even if you've got dogs and cats, horses, any animals, Green Pet has these products. So if you've got birds, or you know someone who's got birds, please tell them about me. Get them to contact me, and I'll send them links. Right, I'll help them, and I'll put them onto the right places, and I'll suggest to them what to do. But the most important thing with birds is, just like people, environment, housing, health, which is nutrition, and behavior. It's exactly the same as people, isn't it, friends? It's very important. Our homes, our environment, our homes, our health/medicine determines our behavior. So if birds are biting, birds are screaming, and by the way, birds scream, that's what they do. When they're having their bath, it's natural, they get excited and they scream. But if birds are threatened, are scared and bite and all that, it's because someone or something in their environment is threatening them. Just like me, if a stranger comes to me, I'm going to say, what the F are you doing here? What the feather are you doing here? It's exactly the same, friends. It is no different. He's chirping, that's okay. It is no different. It's exactly the same as birds. So when you see these birds in pet shops who get no fresh air, no sunshine, no nothing, right? Just checking my what is it here? It's 60 here. Checking when you see them in pet shops, when you see them, the poor birds stuck in the cages and the way they have them. I've been trying to ban these things for years, friends. I've been trying to ban people keeping birds in cages. No pet shops. Birds should not be kept like that. Birds should never be bred. I tell you why, because there are thousands and thousands of birds in Australia who need to be rehomed. They need new homes. Let me go in the right lane here. They need to be rehomed. And I'm looking for people who I can trust to rehome birds. I can't be looking after thousands of birds. I'm looking for people who are caring and loving and who can afford to look after birds. If you have babies and little children, no, birds aren't for you, because you're focusing and concentrating your finances and time on the babies and the children. You don't have time for birds. Birds are just like having another child. It's exactly the same. The attention, the finances, it's not cheap. They are not cheap. They need to be looked after properly. You can't just give them seeds and lettuce and that's it. They need a lot of more foods and a lot of more nutrition and attention to be played with, and care and vet bills and all that. They have a lot of care. So please, friends, if you know anyone with birds or is interested to adopt or to look after a bird, please get them onto me. Get them to contact me via Messenger first. Right, Messenger is the easiest way rather than I post here, because I don't get all the notifications. And I'm always looking for people. Hello, beautiful boy. What are we going to call you, Mellow? We'll call you Mellow Yellow. Mellow. We'll call you Mellow. He's opening his mouth a bit too much now. I don't know if it's because he's hot. Are you hot? Are you okay? Shouldn't be hot. I've got the aircon on you. You're not hot, are you? Hope he's all right. Don't like what he's doing with his mouth. Don't like it. It's like he's breathing a bit too much. A bit too heavy. Let me turn him around a bit. Hope he's all right. So, friends, thanks for listening. This is all about birds. Please, friends, keep them away from power plugs, keep them away from fridges, keep them away from electricity, keep them away from radiation. Exactly the same as people. The sad thing is, friends, I find people don't know how to look after themselves, let alone birds. I'm very strict. I'm stricter with bird care than I am with my own care. You know, myself, I'll have some sugar or stuff, but I look after birds. I won't give them this rubbish. I won't give them this rubbish. Try and give them as much organic stuff as possible and wash well. All right, friends, so like I said, if this is all about just the basics about bird care. If you have any questions, send me through your details. I am a professional behaviourist, like a lot of you know, okay? And I give a lot of information for free. And if you want to donate to Agape Sanctuary to help with me looking after birds who are rescued from pounds, especially from pounds, feel free to do so. Every dollar counts. And this isn't a fundraising thing. I just wanted to throw it out there in case some of you can't look after birds, but you'd like to contribute towards saving birds. All right, I think I'll let you guys go because there's a bit of traffic at the moment. It's almost 5 o'clock. And I've just got to keep an eye here on Mellow. I think he's eating at the moment. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful afternoon. If you're in Melbourne, get some sunshine. And I'll chat with you soon. Bye.